because I had much to do, but it was calling me. So I figure we just walk anywhere. You know, we don't pick a destination or a place or anything. We just go anywhere. Technically, I should go down and get me a t-shirt, but I can't leave too far from the place, from the shop, because I got some things coming through. So I gotta stay put kinda. So I really can't go anywhere. But got a chance to get a little workout in. My second workout. I get mine, actually 3. So we go in at the home front, we get our workout there, and then we come back to the shop, work out again, and then do my little videos and stuff like that, and then leave out the door and work out again. When I get done this, go back in and work out again. But I can't go anywhere far because I got stuff coming in, but I still don't want to miss out on an opportunity to get out and get some exercise. Whew, man. Those push-ups, freaking levitating push-ups, or something else. Every time you try something new, it does something different. So I'm doing the ones where your feet are levitated and all the force is down to your shoulders. Man, that was interesting. And then we do the hill, put the extra push in. So, I don't know. Gotta go somewhere to distance. Nice and hot today. Well, not hot. I'm just hot because I just got finished working out, so come here a little bit. 5 degrees, maybe more hotter. Other than that, get out and get some exercise. Not because we need to, because I want to. Because now I told you, when you do it enough times, and your body starts craving it. Like you gotta go out and run. I could understand that, friends of mine. Just get up and go out and run. I'm like, why? Like it's raining outside. Why would you just go out and run? He said, because the body craves it. I don't have to, I want to. All right, so basically, the daily walk and talk is something I've been doing before. I did it on YouTube. A way of getting out and walking to improve my lungs and my breathing, because at one point I had really bad lungs, and this was a way to get me back where I need to be at. Was I would just pick up a spot, I walk to it, and then I pick a spot and I walk to that a little farther, and each time I would just push it back a little bit farther and try to get used to it. And I know it's kind of crazy, like I carry my inhalers on me, but I never use them. I guess it's kind of like, I don't know what you would call it. Like I never use it. It's kind of like, it reminds me of, not the same scenario, but just almost like it. Not the same scenario, that to say. Like the guy from Cheers, you know? A guy who was a crazy alcoholic, almost destroyed his life and his career, and he works at a bar. You know? Same thing, like for me, the doctors told me that I was going to be taking this medication for the rest of my life, and I depended on it. Now, some people need it. I understand that, I do. Some people do need it. It's very important for them to have it. But for me, it was different. You know, I felt that I didn't have to have it, and I shouldn't be on it, you know, and there had to be other ways around it. But the doctors told me, and they made me believe it at one point, that this was the only way and the only way. There was like no way around it. So at one point I started believing it and gave up. And now I just carry it on me as a way of saying that I beat it. Well, God beat it. That's the only way I was able to get around it. And this disease is like a very interesting one, It has a lot of interesting effects to it. It can affect my heart, my liver, my vision, even my nervous system. This was a real lethal one too. And by now, I've had it, well, from the timeline that I had it for about 4 years. I've been in that house, maybe 5, and should have killed me by now. Shouldn't be having this conversation with you, or shouldn't be walking up this hill, shouldn't be doing any of that at all, period. But through God and prayer and faith, I got it done. And of course, I thank a YouTuber, because again, I was accepting it until he showed me that picture, and that's what did it. So, whoo, man, that's a gorgeous car. Some Need for Speed stuff going on. I told you. Every time I come out, I always see something crazy. Holy, that's hot. But anyway, I always could have took that criticism and could have became full of hatred and rage and all that stuff, you know, but I didn't. I used it. I didn't use it out of hatred. I used it to say, hey, look, I got to change things. I got to fix things. That's what I did. That's a lesson to learn to the naysayers, that when you contact me with ignorant stuff, it doesn't tear me down. It makes me stronger. Because anyone that tells me what I can't do, I'm going to work harder to show that I can. And proof of me getting up and coming out here and walking is proof that you shouldn't let people try to shut you down. You prove them wrong. That's what you do. You prove them wrong. And I constantly do it all the time. So, my daily walk. I come out here and I get my workout in and thank the Lord, because again, this wasn't supposed to be. Now, I'm trying to keep it where it's more professional, because I had a friend of mine who contacted me over at the hall, City Hall, and said, hey, look, it'd be kind of cool, you know, you do this stuff, you know, you can basically show all the different areas of Allentown, you know, and just keep all the crazy stuff out of it. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. And on top of that, you know, all goes well with this. You know, it'd be nice to have it where not only can I advertise for other businesses, but I can advertise my own and other people. Ooh, that's a tiny little camper over there. Right over there. That's a tiny little camper. That'd be fantastic for people who do bushcrafting. Oh, they got the tiny ones back there. That's where they're at. Oh, that's cool. I want to do some camping. Not glamping. Some camping. And I'd rather do tents instead. But the other half, they don't want to do tents. They want to do a cabin. That's what they want to do. Now we got to clean it up a little bit, so we can't say what it is and what I have. But if it's going to be a tent, I have to take the pear with me. Because, again, I don't want to have any problems with Smokey. But, you know, no one follows the rules. You know, tell people that you don't leave food laying around, because bears can have fantastic senses for smelling stuff. And don't leave stuff in your tent. Don't take snacks with you. None of that stuff. Because Mr. Old Smokey will find it. Yes, he will. I was watching the documentary. Oh, shoot. This happens every time. Every time. I was literally just supposed to go around the corner, and here we are down here. Oh, well, it happens. But anyway, so I was watching this documentary on Yellowstone Park, and this guy literally got his car door ripped off, and the upholstery of his car destroyed. I'm talking about steering column, dashboard, seats wrecked. But yeah, you got a 1,000-pound bear in there, bumping back and forth. And of course, anything it hits going to destroy over a pack of gum. 25 cents versus thousands of damages. because that bear could smell it and tell you don't leave food in the car. And where my mother used to live out in the Poconos, way out in the Poconos, bear country, they had these special trash cans that they put the food in or whatever you had in, keep the big boys from going in there. But you know, people feed the bears, that's what they do. I still don't understand that whole theory. I understand you want to be close to nature. I just don't want to be that close. I mean, you have these, I looked at the houses that they had over there. I'm probably repeating myself, probably said this already before, but you have these French doors that I feel are paper thin, and they're huge, they're all over the place, and you want something so you can be in contact with nature. Excuse me. That's what you want. So consider the fact that a bear of that caliber is just going to walk right through that. There ain't no way to stop him. Smokey's just going to walk right through that, go into your refrigerator, pretty much knock it over, and eat what he wants. And yet they have all these freaking armors filled with rifles with a bunch of pure pimps. So, I think I would put in some kind of, if I want to have the windows for nature, at least have some kind of metal racks and rails come down or something like they have for stores to protect you from these bears that may come through. Because you're not communicating with it too well. Some people say you can yell and scare it off. I don't think I want to take that chance. I think I'll do it from a distance maybe. But anyway, people live up there. And I guess they figured a way around it all. So that's pretty cool. Watch, they come to your garage and get the dog food too. That's what happened to one couple. And bear was in there getting the dog food. They were to yell at it, and it went away. Bird, what are you doing? I want to go all the way downtown. So let's cut and go way back around this way and go through. I gotta stay close to the home front. I get to walking and talking, and next you know, bam, I'm there. So yeah. So I didn't put down the information at the bottom of the description. Pretty much I put in a few minutes. Talks about the benefits of walking and how it's good for you. Yep, definitely good for you. And those who don't know, I'm 55 years old. Looking forward to 56. I got a t-shirt that says Over 50s Club. Yep, I'm proud of my age. I love my age. I love my gray. I love everything. I don't feel 50. I really don't. Not at all. But I like my gray. Some people will dye their gray because they're trying to fight age. You must accept it. Once you accept it, things get easier. It was never harder for me, but again, I like getting older. I really do. But some people just don't want to accept it. They dye their hair, you know, they put on toupees and wigs, just shave it off for goodness sakes and be done with it. You know, I'm never doing that, ever. Never. The day I started getting big face, I just took a pair of clippers, went, yeah, cut it off, was done with it. Only thing about it is basically go to that phase, is that you gotta get used to the cold for a bit. Once you get past that, that's all numbed. And the heat, actually right now, I'm much cooler because my head's cooler. But when people wear like the hair on the, some people can get away with it. Some people can literally get away with it. Frasier, the guy who plays Frasier, I forgot what his name is. He can get away with that. He can rock that. Some people can rock it. Some people can't rock it. The guy who played in Star Trek, I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about. He wears his hair that way. He can get away with it. George Jefferson, he can get away with it. Some people can rock that and get away with it. It looks good for them. They don't look, They don't look right any other way. George Costanza. I don't know his real name, Michael something, not Michael Richardson, but George. He wears his hair. I saw him with hair. It doesn't look right. It looks better without it. Some people look good with it, and some people don't. Now, if this topic is ruffling your feathers, I am sorry, but you have to come with the grips of reality. Either you're gonna rock it, shades, or, oh well. Yeah. I just put it that way. I mean, come on. I watch this stuff on Facebook where men come in and they get their hair sprayed with like a paint. Didn't they have this long time back in the day? They had this paint that you could spray on your hair. And I forgot what that stuff called at the end of the day. It was back in the day they had that. But anyway, yeah, they do that now at the barber. They trace out your hairline and they glue in plaits and all that. Come on. Come on. Stop it. I'm sorry, stop it. Just grow old and gracefully. And don't get mad at me about the men on the section like, well, you know, women. Yeah, I know already. I know. The Botox, plastic surgery. Gee whiz. You know what you come out looking like when you do plastic surgery. In the end, when your body starts to get older, there are two things that will go against you in plastic surgery. One, gravity. And the other one, time. You can't fight those two. You can't. You can't fight time, and you can't fight gravity. It's not happen either way. All right, so we're not down in Allentown, so I can't talk too much about that part, but we'll keep it to this. If I'm down there, we'll talk about the sites. If I'm over here, I gotta stay close to home, even though it seems like I'm far away, but for me it's not, due to the fact that I need to, I gotta go pick up a package that's coming through, and it's really important. So, with that being said, this is the only place I can be at. If I go over down there, I'm going to be all over the city. I miss my package. I'm not going to be to pick it up. That's the problem there. All right, so yeah, plastic surgery. So that I don't understand. And men get it too. I watch men to get it. Why? What are you trying to do? You can't fight time, and you can't fight gravity. And then some of them look absolutely horrible. The guy who wanted to be a human Ken doll, that thing would have freaked me out if I saw that in the alleyway. It would have freaked me out. And then they think they look fantastic, when actually they're absolutely horrifying. And then when that time kicks in, my goodness. Some of these people, when they reach my age, it is going to be a horror show like no other. I mean, it's going to be horrible. And then the lips. What is the deal with the lips? Why do you need lips that big? Do you have any idea what you look like with lips that big? It's like somebody took two balloons and taped them to your face. It's horrible. This woman has these giant, massive cheekbones. I mean, it's just horrible. You know, God gave you a nice body, gave you a perfect design, and you go mess it up. Oh well. Then you got these bodybuilders putting oil. Are you kidding me? You're shooting oil? Gee whiz Louise. That's just crazy. You're shooting oil into your body, what it's called, to build faster muscle tissue, and it's gross. It looks so bad. One guy looked like he literally had breasts. He literally had breasts. That guy died, by the way, too, on top of it. He did pass away. People will do anything to fight time. They will. Anything to fight time, they'll do it. Anything. It is what it is. You just have to accept it, and you have to grow gracefully with it. You're going to get gray hair, your hair is going to fall out, all that's going to happen. Now, you can avoid getting old and fat. Yeah, you can fight that. That's easy. Go out and exercise every day. That's what you do. You can avoid that. Watch what you eat. And again, I can't really say that because I don't watch what I eat either. But I work out every day. So that's for me. I'm different. I may work for some people. And man, I work for some people. I can't give you advice on eating right because I don't do it myself. But I do work out a lot. But yeah. And then the carpets. People get the toupees, the hair plugs. Ugh. Why? Let me explain something to you. 'Cause you made me mad because I say this, but it's true. People are laughing at you from behind, so you know that. The very thought that you had in your head that you didn't think people are laughing at you, they are. And shave your head and get some dignity. Because at the end of the day, no one laughs at a man with a shaved head. Nope. Yeah, stars out there, famous stars. Yul Brynner, you ever heard of him? Famous star. Kojak. A lot of people now are rocking shaved heads now. A lot of people that already have hair are rocking shaved heads. Do women date men with shaved heads? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They'd rather date somebody. I don't want to walk in here. This is their property. Kids are still in school. I'm gonna walk down this way. They would rather date somebody with a shaved head than date somebody and go to hug them and their hairpiece fall off. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I have a thing about makeup. I can't stand it. I hate makeup. You can wear a little bit of it. That's nice. But if you're wearing it so heavy that I'm waiting for a clown to pop out or a ringleader to announce the day's show, it's not going to work. Natural beauty is what I like. All that fake hair, I don't like it. Natural hair. I don't care if it's short. I don't care if it's shaved. I don't care. As long as it ain't fake. Fake eyelashes, I hate them the most. Can't stand fake eyelashes. Really hate them. You ever seen the one where the woman got on the roller coaster with the fake eyelashes and she couldn't bring her eyes down, she couldn't close them? That's got to be a nightmare for you. And you can't close your eyes because your eyelashes are being hit by the wind, the roller coaster, and it's pushing them up. Ooh, it's a nice hot day. I can feel it. It is, what's the word for it? It's kind of like it's cool, but it's sauna weather. I just watched two kids walk by with hoodies on. I swear I just went and jumped. What are you doing? And anyway, yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it's kind of hot, but it's cool at the same time. But you can feel that sauna. Great place. This is a good time to burn weight. Fantastic time to burn weight. But anyway, yeah, I can't get in all that. I can't get none of that. You're rocking up on here. How you do it? Shave it off. Be a man. You're sitting there rocking, got his head shaved. Grow yourself a nice heavy goatee if that's what you want to do. Rock the shaved head. Reminds me, it'll shave mine. That's one thing about it too. Once you shave it, it comes back faster and faster, and faster and faster. And the minute you gotta shave it, the faster you gotta take it off. You gotta shave it, shave again, shave it, shave again. Gotta keep up with it. But anyway, yeah, not insane. I'm sorry, people. I'm supposed to have you up so you can see what I'm doing. I'm so used to having it down because I'm so used to walking in the city. But I get that authorization. That's what I'm trying to do. They give me the authorization so I can record. So I was trying to ask, how in a freak do they do this? And over in Japan, I like to watch those. They be right up in the faces of people. And people are like, yeah. Guess they all know that's what he does. But I get people that want to know about Allentown. They want to come down here and check it out. It's nice. I like it. Actually, I love it. Can't say I like it. I love it. Oh, my birthday. I love it. I do. That's a nice big church right there. Doesn't have a steeple. What is a steeple though? Must took it off. What kind of church this is? St. James. Wait, so they're doing construction on this side. So where does this go? Huh. St. James Church. Look at that beautiful church. Over here, and this building, I guess we can talk about this because there's something to talk about down here. Over here, this is gymnastics. They teach kids how to do gymnastics in here in this building. I didn't even know that was even there. See this? See what they have here? See this? This is important. You know why? If a car comes flying down this way, because Allentown's full of a lot of hills, and it hits this, yeah, it can cause some serious damage. I literally saw somebody who had a house, and I mean, that hill came down like, wow! And this house was right there on the corner, right there. Man, I had all kinds of bumpers and barriers and all kinds of stuff up there. But yeah, you don't want something crashing through that. Surprisingly, in the wintertime, I thought you would see a lot of people sliding down hills, but you don't. You really don't. So the city is really good with keeping the roads clean. I mean, there's no ice anywhere. They keep it clean. They keep this area salt down and saturated. Because I was kind of curious about that. I was like, wait a minute, how the hill's going to be in the wintertime? That's why it's a good San Francisco doesn't get snow. Can you imagine if San Francisco got ice and snow? You know how bad that would be? That'd be horrible. Imagine trying to pump your brakes and you're going down a hill. It looks like a roller coaster. Huh. I always find out something interesting. Didn't even know this was on this side. Gotta get out more. I really do. I don't get out enough. Oh, so that's the section they was building on over here. They was building on this side over here. And we literally could have walked right across this and reattached and walked over. What is going on with my pant leg down here? It looks like I'm wearing bell bottoms. Oh, man. So when we do the camping, we'll do the... Hey, how you doing? Told you, people down here are freaking amazing. Amazing! Can't help but to feel happy down here all the time. People speak to you and all, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I walk up with Chickies and Pete's. I was already hyped up already. I go see my family. They got me all hyped up. Just had something to eat over there. Here we are. I'm going to Chicken and Pete's. Oh yeah, I've never been there before. Let's go in. First minute I walk in, hey people, what's up? How y'all doing? Love you all. They said, we love you too. Sat down and ate. Yes, sirree. What's up in those woods? What's up in there? Now we find out. How about I just throw my phone over there and you figure it out for me, and then maybe I'll come back and find you. I'll do that when I get my fourth phone. I won't be using this one anymore. I'm going to upgrade to something else I need for work. I'm looking at, even though they said the Google Pixel wasn't compatible, but that was 3 years ago. They could have upgraded the firmware by now. So who even knows? Thank goodness somebody has a Google Pixel I can test it on when I bring it over there. But I like that Mini. That Mini is so small. That would be fantastic with the theater on the go. Fantastic. So tiny. But I do want to get both of them, just to test it out and see. Now for those of you saying, Mr. Bird, what are you doing out here? Don't you got a sale? I'm good. Sale collects. Everything is just what we're supposed to do. Orders are coming in. When orders come through, I process them and I take them down and they're done. That's it. As we always do. That angers a person. They don't like it when I say that we get orders. But we do get orders. Oh, look, come on. You gotta get over it, okay? You gotta go. Gotta just accept it. That's all you gotta do. It's so easy when you accept it. Again, I'm not gonna mention it. I'm gonna catch myself, don't say it. Don't say it. You know you want to say it, but don't say it. All right, let's move on. Wow. What happened here? Whole gate is missing. Hey, We sat right over there on that bush over there. Or that tree next to that bush. There's a store not too far up. Oh, wait, no. Because that'll be closer if I go to the one down here. So I'm going to walk over to the bench, go up, hit that store, get something, come back to the bench, and chill. That's what I'm going to do. So much for a gated community, eh? The gate's missing on both sides. So much. Jeez. You would think you would get that fixed right away. Like, how do you have a security gate in the front and the back, and yet the gate's missing on both corners? That's real interesting. Well, security at its finest. There you go. And they got the money to come in and repair that. They do. They charge your arm and leg to be over in that place. But I would be freaking out. That was my apartment. And I was one of those people that depended on the gate. It's interesting. It's how you look at it. Some people see it as a hole in the security system, and other people see it as an opportunity. Not that opportunity. If you live in the place yourself, you look at it as an opportunity. All right, lighter way of saying this. You remember on Seinfeld, the singing clown? Remember when he told Elaine, I leave the door unlocked because I like to invite people? I like to encourage people? There you go. There you go. I like to encourage people. The door's unlocked. I like to encourage people. That's an opportunity right there in a different direction. And it's interesting because people that are entering someone's apartment, and you know you shouldn't, well, that's called karma. And you meet someone like that in the end of the day. There you go. So you shouldn't be walking past her anyway. If it's a gated community, you're not supposed to be over that gate unless you have authorization to go through. Or you have the ability to go through because you are authorization. Oh, what kind of truck was that? I try to meet as many interesting people as I possibly can. I met a guy who drove the back of a fire truck. I had to ask that question. So I know left is right and right is left. Or is it left is right and right is left? Yeah, it is on the fire truck. On the back of it, it's the opposite. So if you turn left, you go right. And you go right, you go left. So the big question is, when you're in your car, do you ever get that mixed up? Like people who drive mail trucks. If you drive a mail truck, are we a little too close? Like a little bit up on the curve, you'd have killed them. People drive mail trucks, they drive on, I think, the left side? I guess what it is, the left side. Oh man, I told myself I was going to take a small walk. It never works out that way. Never works out that way. Every single time I tell myself I'm going to take a small walk, I never do. Every time I go around the corner, that's basically about it. We'll keep it short and sweet. We're always down here. She gave me a t-shirt that says, I'm crazy. Don't mind me. I'm crazy. I'm having a conversation with myself. Now they get me a 302. Nobody wants that. Ooh, the pretty flowers. Yes. It's a leg snapper. Get your leg taken off over there. Go for a city. One of these days, with some fishing boots, we're going to walk over here with the phone. Get the outer box and throw you in the water. The phone breaks in. Yeah, that's it. It shouldn't. But I do want to walk in there. I saw some guys in there walking around with some fishing boots on. They were doing some fishing there. There's actually trout in that water. Believe it or not. Would I eat it? Probably not. It's like eating fish out of the Delaware River. I don't know how we even go there. What the freak are you crawling on me? Get off of me. I don't try to kill the bugs. Try to get them off me. Well, that tractor trailer took a wide turn. When any wider, he'd have caught that utility. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. That is a bit of a wide turn, though. Let's take our time crossing the street. I mean, heck, if you want to take your time crossing the street with a soccer ball, you got to be introduced to a final destination. Nobody wants that crap. Neither do I. Chris almost got some of that yesterday. That was interesting, too. Most people will be... No, it was just interesting. Besides, I've been in that mess before already. That's why roller hockey is. Skate through the streets. Do some skating in the street. Yeah, you have your fair share of almost getting hit by cars. Or actually getting hit by cars. Woo! They disappeared. Whoop, they're back again. Guy popped out of there for a minute. Where'd you go? Bathroom break? Lunch break? Oh yeah, these are nice. I like those. That's pretty cool. I gotta get me one of these campers. I can't point in that direction. If I'm talking about something and I don't point in that direction, that's because there's people over there. I really don't want to record somebody without their permission. Now the cars I don't mind. Because again, they don't know what I'm doing. They're gonna FaceTime. Alright, so what do I want? Well, I want Doritos right now. I don't even want water. I literally want Doritos. What should we think? I want water. Woo! What kind of bug was that? Alright. That's Death Valley. Not doing that. That's a nice car. That's Death Valley. So that's the turn. When you turn, they can't see you. You're literally on the blind side. So I almost got smacked by a truck a couple times. See? When they come out that corner. Question. Why would you put all that? Well, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? You know what? I'm not even going to say that. Because who cares? I was going to say, why would you put all that on a BMW? It's a nice car. But who cares? He thought it was nice. So it's nice. I got to get myself out of that purse at the end of the day. I wonder why people do this, that, and the other. Well, there's some things people do. I don't want to wonder why. All right, so no cough drops. Going up the hill with the curve. Yep. In the steamy heat. Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Dude's going down the hill. Lucky you. Lucky you. We're going up. Yep. So, we'll get another mark where we get a chance to collect. Right here. Whew. Always hit a spot to collect. Feel better. Then I'll sit here and say, Bird, I'm not going to get to that bench, but I'm sitting here. And next you know, we're at the bench. This year, I'm buying a sled. I messed up. Literally, I thought we were going to get one snowstorm. We got back-to-back snowstorms. And all that time, I kept been out there, sliding around, getting jacked up. But I didn't. All right, Ken, let's go. I'm not going to get to that bench talking. It's not going to work. Am I sweaty? Yeah. Because it's like, it's cool, but it's like a sauna. One of the things I noticed that, things that affect me pretty bad, is when the fog would do it. Fog made it complicated for me to breathe. Couldn't figure out why, but I was out there on the porch doing a demonstration, and the fog had rolled up, and all of a sudden my breathing shut down a little bit. And I was like, what the freak? Here's things I had to learn later on. All right, I'm going around this vehicle. So, my sister, her son, was born with very bad breathing conditions. He's stronger now, much stronger. But it almost took his life a couple of times. And instead of me going to the doctors and asking them, I would go to her and ask her. Because she knew everything, because her kid went through it. So I'd ask her about certain medicines, stuff that would cause reactions and stuff like that. And she would tell me why it would happen and why I need to stay away from it, this, that, and the other. So she got me through a lot of it. And the doctors were just telling me something else. Don't get me wrong, the Symbicort they put me on, that stuff is pretty good. Pretty good. It's very good. It kept me off the Albuterol, kept me off of that. I hated that thing. I couldn't stand that inhaler. I hated it. That thing would make my heart rate speed up so fast. I hated taking them things. I only took one of those unless my life really depended on it. Other than that, I hated it so much. But at Symbicort, when they put me on that, that was easier for my body to take. They said it was a stronger doses of steroids for my chest, but it just made it so much easier. You know what's crazy? That I was so messed up in my head psychologically about all of this that the first time I took that inhaler, it literally felt like my heart was going to come through my chest. That was the most worst thing I ever felt in my life. It scared the crap out of me. And I refused to take the inhaler. Even if I felt like I was going to die, I wouldn't take it. Because nothing was worse than that feeling. But I had to overcome that, take that nightmare. And then it was so bad that I was so terrified of those inhalers that when they gave me the Symbicort, what it does is it builds up this kind of layer of medicine on your lungs down through time. And you're supposed to take it 2 times. Mine's supposed to be 2 times every day. I carried it for 1 year in my pocket. Never used it. I was scared. 1 year in my pocket because I was afraid to use it. I don't know why I carried it. Maybe because it felt like some kind of security blanket or something. I don't know. But it just made me feel that if something happened, it was there. Even though I was afraid to take it. I never took it. I did take it eventually. So I go to my sister's. I get down there to her house, and she said, this is what they give you. So I put the stuff on the table. She says, okay. Well, you been taking this? I'm like, no, I don't like to take it. It makes my heart speed up. So what about this stuff you have right here, your Symbicort? You take your Symbicort? I said, no. She said, you got to take it. It's going to make you better. It's going to build that medicine up on your chest. Make you able to breathe better. So I just split the pole. People are superstitious. I'm not superstitious. It's not going to happen to you. But anyway, so we're going to the bench right now. So, yeah, I wouldn't take it. So she said, take it. I'm here with you right now. Nothing's going to happen to you. I said, I had a bad experience with the other one. She said, I know. Just take it. So I took it. Nothing happened. None at all. I was like, oh, that's it today. Yeah, that's it. It ain't like the other one. The other one's going to make your heart rate speed up. This is different. Now, when you take this 2 times a day. That's when I started taking it 2 times a day. And my breathing and everything got better. That medicine did help. The Symbicort did help. But the rest of the stuff they were trying to put me on, no. Prednisone, bad. They had some other medication that was put me on with the prednisone. I forgot what the name of it, but they said, you need to take this now because this is going to help you combat whatever side effects that the prednisone is going to give you. So how it all works out. First, you put me on this stuff, and you tell me it has very little side effects. We're at the bench right now. Very little side effects. That's what you tell me. And I take this stuff. Then I take it, and now, well, I got this stuff in my system already for about a couple months. Now you come back with a new drug. Well, you've been taking the prednisone for a while. We need you to take this drug now. This is going to help you with any side effects you may have. Well, you could have mentioned that before I started putting this stuff in my system for freaking 6 months. So now I'm taking this pill too. And you know what happens? A little time go by, and they come in like, well, we're going to wean you a little bit off the prednisone. Take you off a little bit. You still got to take it. But we're going to give you something now to deal with the medicine you was taking that could give you side effects. You see where this is going at? It's a never-ending chain. That's what it is. If you're a doctor, I'll probably doctor called me up and said, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Apparently you don't know what you're talking about. You know of it. You understand it. You do. But you know how to cure it once and for all. Be done with it without all these different forms of toxic medicines. At the end of the day, just more medicine, more medicine, more medicine, more medicine. That's all it is. Physical therapy fixes things. Yes, it does. Strengthens the body. Exercise fixes things. It repairs and fixes the body. Some of this stuff to give you don't. And a lot of these pharmaceutical drugs, you've seen the commercials for them. Should tell you a bunch of people dancing in a field about having some jacked up freaking whatever going on with them. And then after they're done dancing, there's a freaking Bible of scroll of freaking stuff that can happen to you while taking this stuff. At that particular point, I don't think it basically outweighs the craziness. It really doesn't. I'd rather just deal with that stuff at the end of the day than go through what they have at the end of the day that could basically affect you. Now somebody's walking by, I can't show you. And I'll put you guys up so you can see. Sorry to talk about my medical history, people. But yeah, that's the reason why I started all this to begin with. That's the reason I ended up in this journey. If I never had turned on the phone, I do this every single day. If I had never turned on the phone, you would have never known this was going on. That's one of the things I did miss. When I got sick was walking. And that's why I encourage other people to get up and walk. Yeah. I didn't even know he was even there. That's why I encourage people to get up and walk. Walk around the corner, walk down the block, walk to your driveway. Whatever you do, it makes you feel comfortable. Just take a nice walk. On top of that, it kills stress. On top of that, a lot of things it does. Jesus walked all the time. Jesus walked everywhere. He literally walked everywhere. He literally could have flew. He literally could have flew anywhere he wanted. Or just floated. He didn't have to touch the ground. He's God. He walked everywhere. Oh, somebody got some birds. So it is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like it's not really hot, but it is hot. Oh, it's kind of like I said, it's like being inside of a sauna with a fan on you. Tell you one thing, I put that silver insulation in the home front and in the garage. It's kind of hard to regulate that stuff. It really is. What I mean by regulate, it gets cold. I mean cold in there. Very cold. Now, I put this insulation into the new place. I doubt we have to use an air conditioner in there because I barely ever use my air conditioner in the home front. We don't use it. That place gets cold. Temperature drops anywhere in the range of down here. Sometimes it can drop down to 60s. If it's in the 60s, it's ice cold in there. I mean cold. I'm talking about sleeping with a blanket cold. And that's without an air conditioner or a fan. It's cold. One of the things I am going to do, and I learned from basically the garage, is I'm putting in cement floors. Cement floors are interesting. It's like a fantastic combination between the cement floors and that aluminum insulation. It's a fantastic combination. It just keeps everything so ice cold in there. And I literally had to put on a blanket. One time a heating blanket. It gets really cold in there. The insulation is everything. It is definitely everything. When I do my new place, my new spot, I'm doing it with all insulating everything in there with that stuff. That stuff is absolutely amazing. And my buddy, he got a garage he works in, and he said it gets hot in there. And I told him about that stuff. And that stuff is absolutely, it works. It actually freaking works. And in the summertime, you insulate your place right. That's why I like smaller places. Trying to insulate a big home is a freaking headache. I've done it already. I've done it multiple times in different places I lived at. My home front is 700 square feet. That's it. You know, insulation on that place is it's easy. Insulation doing the garage, easy to do. And you do that place just right, and you stick any kind of heater in there, you are literally trapped in a casing of tin foil that traps all the heat in there. And you don't have to burn the heat high. You have to burn anything high because, again, now all your heat and energy is escaping out a window through cracks. That's why I'd rather just build it myself. At least I know exactly at the end of the day that there's no infrastructures or nothing there. I built it myself. That's why I like to watch those guys that come on there. This one guy I was watching last night. He built his house with just using a saw. He used a regular hand saw. Everything was all hand tools, especially some of them were vintage, and built this beautiful, nice little house. And dropping a wood burning stove in there. That's it. Got all that wood around. You ain't gonna run out of firewood. That's virtually impossible. One guy had a nice little stream that ran past him. Got some fish. He fishes from the stream. Put those ovens in there, man. You got a nice little home at the end of the day, right off the grid. And if you want to run up a power station through there, just go get those Delta 1300s. Drop a couple of them in there, throw some solars on the roof, and that's it. You got free power right there. Now, if you want to do it like the little survival way, they got these units, these tanks, that you can drop water into it, rainwater, and they can clean it. They can clean the tanks right from there. You can scoop it out from there and use it from there. And when I got idiots on here talking about, oh, but you got to have a toilet, you're so dumb. I hate to say it. So, you ever been camping before? I mean, I'm not talking about glamping nonsense. I'm talking about actual camping. You know there's no plumbing out there, right? We don't do the whole log cabin thing at the end of the day and all that luxury. We don't do that at all, period. I'm talking about actual camping in a tent. That's what kind of camping we do. You know there's no toilets out there, right? No shower, none of that. Guess where you're going at? Out in that lake. That's where you're going to go swimming at. That's where you're going to take your bath at, out in the lake. We don't do that kind of camping. At the end of the day, we got the little makeshift shower that you hook up and the water pump. We don't do that crap. And no. We actually camp. Now, before they had the camping toilets, guess where you was going? You was going out there to a side of a tree, and you were taking your teepee, and you're putting it onto a branch, and that's where you're going to do your business at right there. Wipe up and clean up and wash up in the lake. That's what you're going to do. Now they make portable toilets that they have. That'll go out there and compress all that into a composable like gel, and you can just basically deposit it. But they have these little units you can drop them at. Park rangers have them out there. You can drop your little waste in there at the end of the day. But most people bring portable toilets, and people who like to rough it, they don't. So what do you think when you have a tiny home? What kind of unit do you think they got? Think they got a full-fledged bathroom out there running water? Well, if you're doing harvesting, yeah, you could. If you're doing rainwater harvesting, you can do that. But if you don't have rain harvesting, then you're using the camping equipment. That's what you're doing. I'll tell you one thing. When the grid shuts, and if it ever does, a lot of you are done. I don't put it that way. You're done. You're done on so many levels, it's not even funny. You've gotten lazy and comfortable. That's the problem. You've gotten too used to society. That's the problem at the end of the day. You got lazy and comfortable. When the grid collapses, we have any problems that go wrong, you're gone. That's it. You have no survival skills whatsoever. You better go get some. Nothing lasts forever. It doesn't. If all of us been through COVID, there you go. That crazy mess that we all went through, remember that? Can't forget that. Don't try to forget that. Don't forget that crazy mess. You had to learn survival. You had to learn it. You had to learn it. How to make your own this, how to make your own that. You had to learn survival. So you better get used to basically living off the grid. You better get used to living without power, without gas, with all the comforts of home. You better get used to it. Because one day, if it happens, at least at the end of the day, you're prepared. My dad used to always say, better safe than sorry. I started studying all that stuff a long time ago. Water filtration systems and all that stuff, how to collect rainwater, harvesting and all that stuff. That's why I want to move out there in the middle of nowhere. Where I'm going at, there is no plumbing, there's no pipes, there's no electricity. There is nothing out there but beautiful land and no people. I'm going to go out there and build me a nice little 1,000 square foot home. My buddy's going to come out there. He's going to lay the foundation because I don't do masonry. At the end of the day, it's not my thing. I don't do it. He does it. I'll build my own spot out there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And you know where my compost toilet's going to be at? It's going to be right out there in the middle of my land where I can sit there and go to the bathroom and look at the forest at the same time. I don't need the newspaper. Got nature all around me. My buddy he got 18 acres. He literally has his toilet, his own toilet. It's his. It's not near the house. It's off in the 18 acres. But it's a little area where he has little cobblestones you walk to. And there's a toilet out there. It's all made out of wood. And he's got the whole branch that comes out. His branch, custom branch with his toilet paper up there. That's where he goes. So I don't need nature. I don't need newspapers, cell phones, none of that stuff. I sit out here and I do what I do. Freedom. I'm building my own. That's what I'm gonna do. It's surreal. I watch all these guys in these bushcraft videos. They live the best life. I wouldn't mind giving up cell phones and computers and all that stuff to live that life at the end of the day. To walk away from all of this and to go somewhere where there's nobody at, just you and the animals, that's it? And God? Oh, heck yes. I like when people post those pictures on Facebook. It'd be a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful lake, beautiful mountain scenery. And the first thing they'll say is, give up Wi-Fi for a year. You would live here for free if you can give up Wi-Fi for a year. Hey, you make it forever, and we got a deal. Because I'm going. And that's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to live, and that's where I'm going to die. Of course, I won't own the land. Of course, I know that. I'll do some land leasing. That's what I'm going to do. Build my property out there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Get away from all of this. Just as nice about come out here. Because it's quiet and it reminds me of soon what I'm going to be able to achieve. As I said before, I got a goal of what I want in life. And what I put my head to is what I get. And I'm going to get that spot. I'm going to get what I wanted. And the ad tech technology, well, that's going to get us there even faster. Right around, we're pushed back a little bit, but right around, I say roughly around the end of July, we're going to start showing off ad tech. You'll get a chance to see more of it than what you saw in that window. You'll see larger screens of it. The 4x8 will be showing off, and a 4x8 and a 4x4 you'll be seeing. And I have a window already set up. So the building that I'm going to be doing some renting from to show off the technology, they have 3 large windows. That's where we're going to have ad tech to advertise right through that window, through the glass. So I don't have to worry about going to any stores and renting out their spot or this, that, and the other. I can go there anytime I want and set up shop. So I think what I'm going to do is, for each location that I want to put ad tech in, I'm going to put in an advertisement that's going to fit the need of that business that we'll be doing business with. Like, the brewery, the soap suds and all that stuff. Or beer suds, sorry about that. do a display of the windows being turned into beer. That's gonna be freaking cool. You know, if we have a car dealership, we can cut that to size to fit into the windshield on the opposite inside, and set up a projector in the back seat that'll push a commercial right through the window of that car, even when they're outside. They don't have to be inside the showroom. We can literally do it outside. And somebody asked me about that. Or somebody wanted to use the advertisement trucks. They want to put huge sheets of plexiglass in there. We can't code it for you because you have to use the film instead to do it. What we got here for time? Oh, it killed an hour? That's it? What do we got here for battery life? Oh, yeah, we about to die. Alright, people. I am going to go up to the store. I'm going to grab something. And get something to go back, because I still got more research to do, and I wait for my packages to get here. Oh, by the way, a little message to the haters real quick. You know the 800 number? Well, let me tell you something about that thing. We can forward you already. 2 of you already been forwarded to the FBI already today. Yes. Your voice messages, all that stuff, they all got sent over, because we can forward it right directly to them. And keep in mind that all calls are screened. I got a screening system on there. So anything they hear, it doesn't sound like a business call, it doesn't sound right, it automatically gets forwarded over. So now, we got your voice acting up and doing dumb stuff. Man, y'all just get dumber and dumber. Every time you get stupider and stupider. You should know by now, as many times as I've busted you guys doing the dumbest stuff, that when you think, if I'm paying for this service, I would have these security protocols put in place just so I can stack more time on you. Gee whiz Louise, I mean, this can't get any dumber. And see, now people understand that when I sit there and I say that they're idiots and they're stupid, now you know. So, now if you want to play your messages back, we don't need to. Everything was forwarded over to the department. They will be taking care of it from there. All right, people, gotta go, and God bless.